Hello, g'day, it's Rob here. I'm about to go and ride the Upper Hutt River Trail. We're going to start at the Beechwood Bridge. We're going to ride on the true left of the river and we're going to go downstream. And we're going to get, I think, about halfway down the Hutt River Trail. The first port of call is to figure out where this bike track goes. Here we are, just going across the Beechwood Bridge now. Here we are onto the start of the river trail from at least this side of the river. It does start from further up around the Twin Lakes on the right hand side. Ooh. Morning! Taking his lovely dog out for a walk there this morning. Definitely used to it. Now here I am where I believe we go underneath a bridge, getting off this Montage cycle trail to the right, Hutt River Trail to the left. Oh, can I ride underneath this bridge? Watch your heads, people. Oh, might have to walk this section. Oh. And we are off. Got a leg power to help get up this hill. So it's a bright, sunny Sunday afternoon. So it is a bright, sunny Sunday morning here in Wellington, New Zealand. And we are in Upper Hutt, heading south. And we're going to be following the Hutt River Trail down past Moonshine Bridge. So long as my battery holds out. A bit of a ramp here. So this is new to me. I've never ridden this section of the track before. I have been on the Hutt River Trail, but never from this far up. I got dropped off this morning by my partner, two very grumpy children, and it's a one-way ride, so I do feel like this is a bit of a disingenuous scooter ride because it's only one way and I expect to run out most of my battery, so it's a trip you could do on an electric bike quite easily, a push bike, a scooter, yes. It's paved here, we're just running across the tarmac. Later on I expect it to turn into gravel. We're going to go down through Brown Owl, across to the other side of the river, over a suspension bridge there. But for now we are just making our way through to Brown Owl on quite a bit of a fun track. This is quite a fun ride. It's got lots of corners in it. Corners are always fun on a scooter. It's going uphill here slightly. I think this is the only section of hill that I'm likely to encounter. The scooter's finding it a little tough going. Still, it is getting up this hill at 18 kilometers per hour, which is pretty good. Well, this is my first conundrum. Where does this go? I'm going to follow this road. It's got a picture of somebody on a bike. I was not expecting to go so off-road here. I would not say that this is a scooterable track. Sorry, it's very dark in here. Let's hopefully we hit the sun soon. My city slicker wheels are having quite a bit of trouble with this gravel. fun. Also a bit sketchy. My scooter is not made for this amount of off-roading. Hopefully it takes me out to where I expected to run, the path to run beside the river. So with any luck, we get out of the forest soon. Oh, this looks like it. Oh, into the sunlight again. Ah, this is what I was expecting. So, gravelled path here, running beside the Hutt River. I might have to check that out. It might be a tributary that feeds into the... Whoa, I just gotta watch out for that huge puddle. Ooh. Ooh. Bit of mud there, just slowing down my front wheel. I've hit a well-gravelled section now. I'll slow down for this walker, don't want to run him off the road. It definitely feels like a bit more rural countryside out here. A bit more farmlet style housing. Everyone's got paddocks. Looks as though that's a horse fence there. Oh. I'll just stop here. It's a fantastic bit of rock this morning. I'll take a photo of that. Okay, onwards. The leg power up there. Take a bit slower through these trees. A bit muddier here. Someone's got a wood fire going, I can smell it across the river. Morning. Well, this is a fantastically wide path. It'll be a doddle on a mountain bike. The scooter's having a bit of trouble with the depth of the gravel. Let's slow down here for this fella. Looks like he's off for his morning constitutional. What are these? A water station. Around New Zealand we've got lots of water tanks like that one there. So in case we have an earthquake and water supply is knocked out, when people have got drinking water. And here in Wellington, that's it's got a high chance of happening. And our water infrastructure here is so old and antiquated that it would just fracture into 1,000 pieces and everyone would be without drinking water for months. So we're skirting along roughly where Kaitoki is, and up on the right hand side of the river behind us, further north, is the Kaitoki waterworks, and that's where all of the Wellington region gets its water from. Morning! So I'm quite enjoying this ride today. We've got another bridge coming up. This is the bridge, the Akatarawa Bridge, a bridge towards the Akataras. Where are we going? Oh, underneath the bridge. Hutt Park and Norbert Park. Going underneath. Right. Yep, I think we're going underneath the bridge. Leaning on my rear brake here just to keep me under control going down this hill. A good old fashioned foot brake at the rear on the rear wheel. Morning. Looks like he's off for a morning paddle. Well, I think they've just laid this track down. I think they've had a machine over it to compact all the stones. It's a nice track to ride. Could be nicer. Just going through a rest area here. Make it toilet there, is it? Maybe not one that plays music. We do have one. Where are we off to? Brambles, blackberries. Going to catch my arm in one of those going past. Right, well, we're on the pavement here. Now, for everyone who's overseas and around the world, in New Zealand, we can ride scooters on public pavements. We can also take them most places where on walking tracks, and usually anywhere that we could take a mountain bike to. They all fall under the same category of transport, so long as your scooter is under 300 watts of power. So I'm not allowed to ride push bikes or bicycles on footpaths in New Zealand, but you can ride scooters. Unfortunately, I think a lot of the scooters that are being sold these days in New Zealand are more than 300 watts. But I can't complain too much because here in Wellington there are lots of hills, and if you're a big person like me, I weigh 100 kgs, and getting up hills on a 300 watt scooter can be rather hard, or slow. It's not hard, you just stand up on it and press the go button. Looks like he'd never seen a scooter before. Nice looking dog, a bit worried about me. Here's my case in point. Push going up here. This is a 9-bot ES4. It's a bit old. I have a second battery on it, so it's got a bit more grunt. It does get me up my local hill to my house, and I can't complain because it gets me up at about 12 kilometers per hour, which is a lot faster than walking. Oh, we're high above the river now. So to the right of us, let's see if we can look down on it here. Hopefully you can see that. It's winter today. Yeah, well, it's winter at the moment. It's about 12 or 11 days to the winter solstice. Matariki, New Zealand public holiday, is coming up on Friday. That is when one of the stars of Pleiades is visible in the sky. However, here in Wellington, or in the Hutt, it's not really known as Matariki morning, as that star isn't visible. It's got very big hills here, so I think it's known as Puang. Same going up towards Taranaki, Wanganui, and a lot of places further inland. So there's a sign that people took to be halfway through winter. It was a time to get together, celebrate, also to start thinking about planting your crops for crop rotation. Might also know it as the star sign on a Subaru Impreza. So it's Subaru's logo. Hope I've got all my names and stars right. Oh, this is a fantastic ride today. What have we got here? Oh, look at that. So the part of the pylon, a little flying fox across the river. Quite fun to go across. It's either used for, we'll just watch out for this bridge. Be either used for servicing the pylons or taking water readings. They've got a number of those across the rivers in New Zealand where the council staff have got to go across it to the other side to take a water reading or perform a water sample. Oh, the pathway does get narrow here. Looks like there's a campsite on the left over this big fence. Very big, dark fence. All these trees, got tree roots coming through the pavement. It's a bit dodge. Oh, here we are. We've come out into Harcourt Park. So we must have come in by the back entrance. Over there you can see there's a course for children to ride their cars with their bikes around. Learn to ride. They've got all the road cones out and stop signs, giveaways. Oh, that's what I'd like to see. Thank you. Okay. Harcourt Park is quite nice. It's quite relaxed. It's got a paddling pool, it's got a frisbee golf course, and lots of people around this. Now this is where we are going to head across this bridge. It's the suspension bridge, and this will take us from Brown Owl onto the true right of the river. Might stop here for a few photos. Onwards. Morning. Okay, so we've got over to the other side of the bridge now. Took a few photos there. like fun for a morning motorbike ride along the bike path. Oh, much smoother going now. We're back onto the tarmac again. Oh, my scooter likes this. So do my knees. Looks like I've got a shadow again. So we're now up on a flood bank. So we're at the top of the flood bank that protects this part of the upper Hutt from flooding. And they don't like planting trees. They don't like keeping trees on flood banks. And so they keep them relatively clear. And down in the South Island, they have to be wary of rabbits burrowing holes through them. So they also have to keep the rabbits under control. Where a rabbit can find a way, the water will soon follow. I've got some pedestrians up here. I'll just slow down. Looks like this is a very happy dog. Yes. Quite keen, that one. So the river is now on our left. It's a good swimming hole down on our left-hand side. Can't remember the name of it. Stony Creek, Corner Creek, Boulder Creek. There's a big wide open field out there. Looks like it should be a sports field. I don't know if it is. So over on the far side of the river is State Highway 2. Traffic there looks fairly busy this morning. There's not very much wind, a bit brisk, but really nice compared to the weather that we have had over the last few days. A lot of our weather over the past week has come from Antarctica. They've come up from the south, big polar mass of air. It's curved round through the Tasman. So we've had big storms down at Island Bay in Wellington, big waves down in Island Bay in Wellington, and that stormy cold mass went up between New Zealand and Australia and then curved round. So we not only had weather with cold southerlies, it's now curved round and attacking us from the north. So we've also had cold northerlies. But we're having a fantastic day today. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. And people are out enjoying the break in the weather. Oh, a couple of paradise ducks on the road there. Hey ducks, male paradise duck. They always travel in pairs. They like to nest in trees. Very strange little birds. Now I'm going to find my way across to the other side of the river now. So there's a footbridge, there's a road bridge coming up here. I'm going to, never ridden across it before on my scooter, so I'm going to have to find out how I'm going to do that. I'm looking for a path. Oh, I think I can see one that goes, one that goes underneath it, but I don't want that. This looks promising. Here we are back across the Hutt River. We're getting onto the true left of the river now. The true left is the left-hand side of the river when you're facing in the direction that it runs. So if it's running to the sea and you're standing on the true left, the river should be on your right. Braking. Oh, there we go. Now there was a sign there that said Fish and Game Access Area XXX. And that's because this river, the Hutt River, is stocked for trout. So if you come here to fly fish, which we regularly see people doing, then you have to pay your fly fishing license, and they restock the rivers from breeding grounds up in, or breeding, they regularly restock the rivers from breeding ponds that they've got around the country. So the trout here, the rainbow trout and the brown trout, are introduced species, so they're not something we have normally, and so that's why you pay your license fee. I have seen a trout once in this river without really looking for it, and by the time I said, look, there's a trout, it had disappeared. So it's not a terribly scenic part of the section this. We're running by State Highway 2. On the right hand side there's a whole bunch of trees that are planted. They're all willow trees. They are an introduced pest species up and down the country, but here the council, the regional council, is using them as flood control. They're using them to control the path of the Hutt River. So they're all planted out in rows. They're using their root systems to maintain the banks and stop the river from eroding everywhere when it's in flood. Sounds like I can hear a few oyster catchers calling. They're to our right, but I think they're flying in the sky. Just negotiate this culvert. I think it's a culvert. It always makes me feel very lazy when I pass the jogger on a scooter. While riding a scooter is fun and there's more work than you think it is, I don't really think it counts as a lot of exercise. And I do feel a twinge of guilt every time I pass someone. So, the things you can look forward to in the very near future are getting round the corner and going underneath Moonshine Bridge. And once we get there, we get a bit more. Get back away, once we get there, we get away from State Highway 2, and we'll run alongside some of the parks, and it's pretty much farmland, farm-like material on the left-hand side of the river, so we'll get down into Lower Hutt, where there'll be a bit more graffiti to photograph, a few bridges to go underneath. Probably a lot more people out. And with any luck we make it there. My battery is down to 2 bars out of 4. It's quite a picturesque and scenic river at the moment. It's winter, the river is up. Oh, hang on, bit of manoeuvring. But I will point out that it's rather flat over the other side of the river, and that is because it's been bulldozed. Part of flood control and stopping these stones from building up and piling up, they come out every so often and they bulldoze it. The grass and the gorse has grown up on the other side of the river there. Just a bit of gravel, wait for this to pass. So it's a reasonably famous river. Chances are that you have seen this in a movie. I'm sure that this was in The Lord of the Rings. Somebody canoed down it at some stage. It's a nice river to look at. In the summer, it gets very hot and the river dries up a bit, has a reduced flow, and it gets an algae that grows into it, which is, another couple of paradise ducks there to the left. A couple again. I don't think I've ever seen a single paradise duck. And the toxic algae is poisonous and toxic to dogs, possibly small children. And there's usually lots of signs up saying, do not eat the algae. I'm just keeping an eye on that big dog over there. His owner put her lead on him as soon as she saw me. So it looked like he was thinking about giving me a bit of a cat. That looked like to be a dog walking group. I wonder what you call a horde of dog walkers. A group of dog walkers? A horde of dog walkers? A scoop of dog walkers. Morning. So this part of the ride is looking a bit more picturesque. Council has done a lot of planting here recently. A lot of native flaxes have gone in there to the right, native grasses, put some bigger trees on the left. All part of a beautification program. Cynically, I also think it means they don't need to mow as much grass. Morning. Okay. I think in a few years' time it's going to look fantastic down this neck of the woods. Morning. Oh, little children. Possibly be just a bit worse than dogs on extendable leads as far as scooters, runners and cyclists are concerned. Just stop for a camera check, make sure I'm recording. Go. Onwards, scooter. Give it some leg power to get going. I do have to remember to get my handlebars in shot for a scooter related thumbnail for YouTube. I don't like to have the handlebars of my scooter in shot for my videos. I like to keep it nice and clear so you can see what's going on. But my thumbnails do a lot better when it looks like a scooter video. So I have to remember to do that. And I've got to say, if this is the third or fourth video of mine that you've seen and you've been watching them, remember to like them if you like them, and if you want to see more, subscribe so that you get them showing up in your feed when I put out a new video. Because I have not been monetized yet. I have not got to 1,000 viewers, subscribers, and I would like to do this more regularly, and that would help. So at the moment, all gravel. At the moment, I'm paying for a lot of audio gear myself. But without complaining too much, it is fun to come out on these rides. I'm quite enjoying it. I don't think my family were enjoying it this morning when I forced them all to drop me off at the top of the Hutt River. Morning. I think my scooter is beginning to slow down now. I'm running out of battery. On your right. I think I'm going to have enough battery to make it to the next bridge. I can see just through the trees there. This is Moonshine Bridge. I think it's at Moonshine Port now. There's a road running up the hill there, Moonshine Road. So my battery is down to 1 bar. It's not got that nip. It's definitely not got that speed and that punch. So I'm going to take that as a sign on this cold winter's day that my battery has given me. And I'll wrap this up with a montage with photos from around the area. Hopefully some that I've taken on the way. And well, I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.